Today we're talking about giving showers in a nursing home. As a CNA, you know we don't have time to waste, so let's clock in. Let's get into this video. This is a talking video. I am not showing you any visuals or me in a nursing home. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just explaining to you what a shower day is like. Like I mentioned before, every patient gets a shower. Every day, different patients get different showers. So let's say Mr. Blue has shower on a Monday, Miss Green has shower on a Tuesday, Mr. Yellow has shower on a Wednesday. You get where I'm going with this. So that's what we're doing. So let's go with today, Mr. Blue, it's his shower day. I'm going to do a different video where I tell you a typical day of when you get to the floor and how it goes that entire day. But today is about showering the patient's shower day. So yeah. So before you go into the shower room, today's Mr. Blue shower day, you're going to get 2 bags, probably 4. I would say 4, just in case you have to double bag. You're gonna get your linens, the washcloth, the towels. You're gonna need extra towels. You're gonna need a blanket, and get like 2 or 3 blankets, shower blankets. They have regular blankets that you put on a bed, and you have shower blankets. So today we're doing shower blankets. So let's revise again. We have our washcloths, and get a few of those also. Few towels. So you have a whole linen car. It's a big car and it's full of linen for your floor. Each CNA has to take the linens that they need for their patients. Sometimes some of them might take more than they need to, but you're just gonna have to try to figure out how to get yours and get as much as you need for your patients. Don't be selfish and take a lot when you don't need to either. But yeah, then you have a room where they have there's stuff for the patient. There is hairbrush, comb, body spray, shampoo, condition, toothbrush, all that stuff is in one room. So you're gonna go in there and you're gonna go get your shampoo and condition, get your hairbrush and comb, and from your linen cart you're gonna get all the linens I just listed, right? And like I said before, 4 trash bags, or you can have 4 or 5, but make sure you have extra trash bags because you're going to need them, because 1 trash bag is going to be for the dirty diaper, and you're going to have another bag for the dirty linens, and those are going to get wet, so the bag is going to get heavy. So that's why I say bring extra bags. Okay, so now this Mr. Blue is a total care. So you have to get the Hoyer lift to transfer Mr. Blue. You're gonna go get the Hoyer lift. You have to get a mesh. A mesh is a strong material that you put under the patient, and there's like strings. I don't know if I'm describing it right, but it has like handles on it that attaches to the Hoyer lift machine to lift the patients up. I'm gonna see if I can find a video and insert it here so you guys can see. I also want to do, you know what? Yeah. You need a mesh to put under the patient to lift them up with the machine. So you also have to have that. And so let's say we have everything I just listed. You're going to go into the patient room at Mr. Blue, and you're going to push the mesh underneath him. The thing is, if Mr. Blue is total care, you need to have a second person with you. Do not do it by yourself. I know in all my videos I have mentioned to you guys, do not do it by yourself. Don't do any total care by yourself. If it says in the book that it needs 2 people, Mr. Blue requires 2 people to take care of him, go get a second person. Don't do it by yourself. I know it's time consuming and you have to be watching the time and you have all these people, but do not do it by yourself. So let's say we have our second person to help us. A second CNA is here to help us. She's going to help you to turn Mr. Blue, and you're going to put the mesh underneath Mr. Blue. Then she's going to turn him back to me, and then she's going to pull the mesh out onto her side. Then we're going to put the Hoyer lift, push it underneath the bed, and then the machine will be on top. You're going to hook each part of the mesh onto it. So there's like 4 parts. There's 2 at the head part, like up here, there's 2 part, and then there's 2 part at the feet, the knee area. So you're going to hook that part up on the machine. Then you're going to lift that machine. The machine is going to lift the mesh up with the patient in it. Remember I said you still have to have your 2 person. That person needs to be paying attention, not on the phone checking anything, not watching TV. They need to be paying attention just as much as you are paying attention, because You don't want a lawsuit. You don't want that patient to fall. You don't want anything happening because it's a lot. And come on, I know you're going to feel bad if that patient falls. You don't want that. So put the patient up in the Hoyer lift. Then you're going to put them. Oh, yeah. Let's pause right here. I forgot to mention. Let's go back a little bit. After you get your linens and everything, you can put those in the shower room, or you can put them in the room, and then when you're taking the patient, you put it on the shower bed and take it with you. So now that we got our linens and all that stuff, and before we get the Hoyer lift up with the patient, I forgot to mention this part. You are going to go get the shower bed. Remember, there's 2 people in Mr. Blue's room. He has a roommate. You're gonna have to go get that big bed. The shower bed is huge, and it's heavy, and it's like a regular size bed. That's what a shower bed is. It's a regular size bed. It does not have a mattress. It has like a little thin sponge on it, so the patient can lay comfortable on it. And yeah, you're gonna have to go get that. And then when you bring it to the room, sometimes it's very difficult to get the patient on it, so you're gonna have to like either learn to maneuver, move the roommate's bed a little bit, and then you're going to use the Hoyer lift and put the patient on the shower bed. Then you have to pull that shower bed out the room. Now take the Hoyer lift off. Sorry. Take the Hoyer lift off the patient. The mesh stays. You can take the mesh out. Sometimes you're gonna want to let that mesh stay because it's hard to get it back in there. After you put them on the shower bed, you're gonna pull the shower bed through the hallway all the way to the shower room, depending on how far the patient room is. How far Mr. Blue room is you're gonna have to push the shower bed through the hallway. Yeah. Then once you get to the shower room, some of the shower rooms might be wide open that it's easy to go in. At one point they said it was going to renovate because it was very difficult to get the shower bed into some of the shower rooms. It did not make any sense, whoever designed it. But let's say the right side, it was very hard to do it. So if you had a patient that was in a shower chair taking a shower, then that side would be easier. But if you're giving on a shower bed, the left side was easier for us. We put them on the left side to give the shower. We push them in. We put the feet inside and then the head at the top part, so that you don't feel like they're drowning when you're when the shower head is pouring the water out. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to like when you're trying to explain something, but you're trying to explain it in detail so it comes out right and that you don't forget anything. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to say it slow so that it doesn't, if I'm talking fast, I'm going to have to keep going back. So that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah. So you push them in the shower room. Then you're going to, the water usually, make sure you check the temperature, because just like us, when we go into the shower, you try to turn on the warm water first before you turn on the cold, because it's going to feel cold at first and then they're going to scream, and you know how that goes. So think about all of that before you turn on the water. Or if you turn the water on, sometimes we used to turn the water on and go get the patient and come back and then put the patient in there so that by that time the water is warm enough for them. Then you take the shower blanket off of them. You cover them before you take them to the shower room. You cover them with a blanket because it's privacy, number one. And number two, it's going to feel cold because you're naked under the blanket. So cover them up. Take them to the shower room. Once you push them in, then you put your bags where you're supposed to put them so that you can put the dirty diaper in it and you can put the wet linen inside of it. And then you just start washing. You put the body wash. Sometimes the CNAs used to bring their own body wash. You're not supposed to do that. But sometimes when you want your residents to smell really good, you bring your own stuff. And make sure they're not allergic. So yeah. You wash their hair, you wash from head to toe, scrub them up, make sure everywhere is scrubbed nice and all of that. Then you're going to, when you're done doing all of that, you wash them, rinse off the soap and all that stuff. You're going to dry them off. They're still going to be kind of wet. So you're going to dry them off as much as you can and then put a shower blanket and another blanket over them so they stay warm. And for privacy reasons, you push them through the hallway again. Then you take them back to the room. Then you have to go and find another CNA to help you, or the same CNA, whichever one you choose, to help you to put them back into the bed. So you're going to push the shower. Sometimes we leave the Hoyer lift in the room. You usually have like 2 or 3 Hoyer lifts or 4 on the floor, depending on how big or small the facility is. You leave the Hoyer lift in the room. so that when you come back, it's easier to just push the shower bed in. You use the Hoyer lift and lift the patient back up and put them back in the bed with 2 people. Then, before you put them back, you always change the linen on the bed, but then put a blanket so the sheet does not get wet, because it's going to get wet because the patient is still wet when you're transferring them back into the bed. You don't want to have to change the linen again, so that's what we usually do. After you put the patient in the bed and you take out the blanket from underneath them, and you start lotioning them up and you put on their clothes. If they're gonna stay in bed for the day, they stay there, or if you're gonna put them back in the chair, then you are gonna have to dry them off, dress them, then go back again and find somebody else to help you transfer that patient back into the wheelchair if they choose that they want to be in the wheelchair for the day. Yeah, you see how much work that is? And how much time are we at so far? And me telling you this is a short time, but actually doing the work is a long time. This can take up to like 40 minutes maybe, because it's a lot of back and forth. You have to have this, you have to find a CNA to help you to take them out, find a CNA to put them back, find a CNA to take them back out again. Yeah, be prepared for that. But this is a typical shower day. And if you have 2 or 3 people in that day, imagine that. Yeah. So when I say it's a lot of work, that's what I mean when I say it's a lot. It's the steps of how much stuff you have to do. Me just talking is not even half of what you're really physically doing. So yeah, once they're in their chair, then you're done with that patient for the day and you can move on to the next. So I hope that helps you guys. But if you do have to put them in the shower chair, sometimes the ones that goes in the shower chair are the ones that are able to like stand a little bit. Or sometimes we do have to use the Hoyer lift to put them in the chair. And when you're pulling or pushing that chair, you're supposed to be pushing, not pulling. But if you're pushing the chair, you have to make sure you're paying attention that you're holding them back sometimes, like so that they don't fall forward in the chair as you're pushing it. And then if you're able to stand, you push them in, transfer them in your wheelchair, you push them to the shower room, and then they would hold on to something and stand up, and then you put them to sit on the shower chair if you're doing it in a shower chair. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it, what a typical day is if you have to give a shower. And this is just based off of one person, giving a shower to one person, Mr. Blue, as I would call him. This is not a real name. It's a made-up name just because I wanted you guys to get an idea of what it's like to give a patient a shower. If you know what it's like, then you do know. But for the ones that don't know, or if you're thinking about going into CNA, these are the things that you should know. You are going to come across these things. So I'm just giving you an idea and letting you guys know. And if you know anybody that's going to be a CNA, I'm sure you know somebody that wants to be a CNA or thinking about it or is in school for it. You can share my video. I'm trying to get to 8,000 subscribers, and help me out. Share my videos. And if you watch it this far, put a heart in the comments. Show some love. Show some love. And let's be friends. Subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Come back for the next one. I am doing a series on being a CNA, so clock in. Also, I forgot to mention this part. A lot of times when you do give showers, I don't know what it is about showers, but when you do give it, when they get back to that bed, baby, be prepared that they're going to be pooping. That stuff inside of them is coming right out, right after shower. I don't know what it is. Sometimes even in the shower. That's why you see in my other videos, I be saying all day you're going to be cleaning poop. I was not lying. It's a typical thing that you're going to deal with every day. So, showers, you're going to deal with poop after and don't act like you've never been in that situation where you're taking a shower and you're like, wait, nope, I got to go. And if you're constipated, I'm not a doctor, I can't say, but a lot of times if you're constipated and you go take a hot shower, that poop is coming right out. So, yeah, be prepared for that too. You give a shower, be prepared that you're going to be cleaning them again in the bed because they're going to let it all out. I don't know what it is about the shower with that, but for some reason, they always go right after the shower. Always. A lot of them. I'm not going to say everybody, every time, but a lot of times you are going to deal with that. So prepare your mind for that also. When I say that I'm giving you an idea, I'm definitely giving you an idea. I'm not sugarcoating anything. This is your girl that's not sugarcoating anything. So if you want the real deal, check out my videos and share it with your friends, because it's the real deal. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm telling you what it is. If you are a new CNA or on your journey to being a CNA, are you thinking about being a CNA? Leave in the comments some questions and let me know what you have experienced also in the comments, because sometimes you might be helping me out or you might be helping out somebody else. And I like to read through comments sometimes and learn new things. So you never know who you might be teaching. You never know who you might be helping. So leave some comments and let us know what you've been through. And even let us know on if you are CNA at your first day. What was your first day like? Let us know in the comments. Did you have to deal with that when you gave a shower? Let us know. We want to know. We want the real juicy details. This is your girl that's like what a typical day is for a CNA, and we want all the juicy details over on this page, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, time is everything. Make sure you're managing your time and clock in when it's 10:10, okay? And I plan to go live at some point. I'll probably do it at like 10:10 in the morning, since that's my name. And I want you guys to tune in when I start going live, and we can drop all the juicy details that we've been through on my live. Like, I want it all, and I want y'all to be a part of it. I want you guys to be letting us know what it was like to be a CNA, or what it's like to be a CNA. So yeah, when I start going live, I want all the juicy details. I want y'all to be on here giving it all to us, what you've been through, because I got stories, baby, and I want y'all to hear them too. So let's tune in, let's be friends, subscribe, and remember, somebody's got to do the job. Why not let it be you?